All right. Let's see. Let's go live. All right. It looks like we are finally live on Facebook and live on YouTube. So, welcome to my 30-minute open office time where I open up my virtual office to you to answer your marketing questions. Just make sure that everything is functioning here. Testing, microphone check. A lot of glare. All right, we are live on YouTube and on Facebook. So, welcome. This is my 30-minute open office time where I open up my virtual office to you to answer any of your marketing questions. So, if you do have any marketing questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer them as I get to it. Also, if you'd like, you can actually join live with me here and we can actually have a conversation live. I'm going to put the link in the comments and you can just click on the link and join me and we can chat live on here. So, oops, let's edit that real quick. All right, just putting it into the chat. Of course. All right. So there's the link if you'd like to join live. Let me go ahead and drop that in the YouTube chat as well. So if you'd like to join, you can go ahead and join there. All right. So welcome to my 30-minute open office time where I answer your marketing questions. So just getting some things set up. Got the link there for the if you'd like to join. And everything looks to be streaming and functioning. All right. So, again, welcome to my 30-minute open office time where I answer your marketing questions. I got a list of questions here that I've collected from the week that people have submitted to me, and I'm going to go ahead and begin answering them. So, the first question was says, "Hi, I'm a wedding photographer. I'm just trying to get a general understanding of it, which is Google Ads, is what they were referring to. Other than the obvious, my goal is to get people to my website, so more clicks is the ad goal. What would you say is the best setting for it? So, what's the best setting to get more people to the website? And they just launched the campaign. So, what I would say is really, you don't really want to focus in on generating clicks to the website, right? It's actually really easy to get a bunch of clicks and drive traffic to a website. What you want to do is you want to get highly qualified clicks to your website, hyper targeted clicks, people that are further down in the sales funnel if you're looking to get them to convert. And so that's a matter of understanding the different keyword phrases and where these people are, what these people are specifically searching for, whether they're searching for a service or whether they're doing research about a service or whether they're doing research to learn how to do that service themselves. Uh, and so the goal should never be to generate more clicks. The goal should ultimately be to generate more conversions and more leads. And yes, you need clicks in order to do that, and you need people to go to your website. But just setting a setting to generate more clicks isn't going to typically get you what you want. It's just going to drive a bunch of traffic to the website and then ultimately not convert. So it all comes down really to the keywords that you're bidding on, the ad copy, what you're saying in your ad copy, and then ultimately where are you sending them when they do click on your ad. Because if you're sending them to a website that's complicated, confusing, they may not be sure of where it is that they should go. Uh, that's not going to work really well when it comes to the campaign. It's just not going to convert. like you would like it to. So don't focus your campaigns on clicks, focus on conversions, and then ultimately those clicks that you are getting, what's the quality of those clicks? What search terms are those people typing in and clicking on your ad? So within Google Ads, you can actually see the actual phrase that someone typed in and then clicked on your ad. And so you want to constantly be monitoring that to make sure that you're getting the right clicks. So just getting clicks is no good. You want to make sure that you're getting the right clicks. And then the other thing with this question is uh, they said that they have their settings set to uh, more clicks, which is, to generate more clicks. But there are different types of ad accounts with Google as well. There's what's called a smart account, which used to be called AdWords Express, which is now just a smart campaign or a smart account, which is limited on certain settings, and then the way that things are structured is different within that type of ad account. So you want to also know and understand the type of ad account that you're working with in order to make sure that you're maximizing the effectiveness of your campaigns. So ideally, you really always want to be in the full Google Ads account manager, not a smart account. You want to have all the options available to you. Yeah, so that's what I would say to that. And all right, so right before I get to my next question, let's see here. All right, yeah. So actually, my next question is relates to what I sent out an email about yesterday. This week's weekly newsletter was all about email database growth for events. So if you're a business that goes to trade shows or does events, or is a vendor at different markets, this is for you. And so here's the question. So it was a company out there that does olive oils and different types of oils like that, seed oils and herbs, and they sell them at local markets. But they're looking to grow more online, right? Ideally, ultimately, you don't want to be doing markets forever. Yes, you can have good success with markets, but ideally, you'd want to either expand to an actual brick and mortar location. Or more ideally, you want to generate sales online so you don't need a brick and mortar location. You don't have that all that overhead. And so, what I would be doing and what I would suggest is at these markets, they should be building a database of people. So, as people are walking up to their booth, they should be attempting to collect people's names and email addresses in order to be able to market to them. And so, the easiest way to do this is to run a contest or a giveaway, right? So, if you have olive oils, create a small bottle of olive oil and give that away, or give away a full size. But every weekend, um at every single market that you're at, you collect emails, and for that weekend, you have one winner, and you give away a big bottle of olive oil, right? So that people are really enticed to want to opt in. Now, what you do is, since you've collected all these names from all these different markets, that all these people have some sort of interest in your product, because they're not going to sign up to receive a free bottle of olive oil if they're not interested in it. So now you take all those emails and you put them into your email database if it's not done automatically, which it can be done automatically. And now you send out an email. Hey, thank you for visiting us this past weekend. It was great to have you come by. As a token of our appreciation, here's 10% off your first order online, right? And now you send off an email, and now you got people going to your website, likely placing orders and getting you some more online business, and getting them in the habit of knowing that you can order online instead of having to go to the market, right? So this is a great way to kind of start building your database of people that have interest in your product or service. And then from there, this entire database can also be leveraged through paid advertising. So you can leverage all this data, all these names and emails, and with Facebook and Instagram advertising to create specific ads targeting those people, as well as you can do that on Google as well by uploading your custom audience, and also targeting them specifically through display ads. Maybe you do a Gmail ad. So there's a lot of different ways to leverage that. But that's what I would do in order to move this olive oil company from just being a local market type business to a more online retailer, which it ultimately wants to be, and ultimately wants to be selling more things online. And so that would be the strategy that I would have implement, and that I'm, educating them on to get more sales online. So that's what I would do for that business. So that was a great question. That was a little detailed, kind of long. So if you missed that, you can always go back and check it out. But that was good. So here is another. So if you just joined me, real quick, this is my 30-minute open office time where I open up my virtual office to you to answer any of your marketing questions. So if you have any marketing questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer them for you. All right. So the next question. It's a real estate photographer looking to generate more leads. They tried Google Ads in the past, and they were overpromised and underdelivered, meaning that they were promised a whole bunch of leads and it just never really panned out as far as the actual leads coming through. And so that's one of the most frustrating things for most businesses when it comes to running advertising is when it's not effective. And the reason why this wasn't a success is because they're a real estate photographer. And so if you know anything about real estate agents, they work in teams. And there's usually a broker and there's usually someone that kind of mentors them and kind of grooms them to become the great real estate agent that they become. And so when it comes to real estate photography, when a real estate agent, whether they are new or experienced, they're always going to go to their internal circle for a referral when it comes to their photography and videography. Right? They're going to just be like, oh man, my photographer can't make it. Who do you know? They're just going to go ahead and ask the next person, right? If there's somebody, someone just got their first listing. Oh, I got my first listing. Who do I call for photographs? They're going to call whoever it is that they're told about. And so with Google, there isn't as many people actually going to Google searching for photographers and videographers for real estate because it's a lot of word of mouth. And so, what I would do and what I've suggested is to actually run more of an introduction campaign about introducing the business to people on Facebook and Instagram. And not just any people, actual real estate agents and realtors all throughout Facebook and Instagram. And it's super easy to target because all real estate agents, all real estate agents, if they're serious about their business, have the title or the job title in there as a real estate agent or a realtor, right? As far as what it is that they do, because they want people to know that they are a real estate agent and that they can help them sell or buy a home. And so within Facebook's and Meta's advertising platform, I'd be able to go in there and target specific realtors. And then we'd run a campaign introducing this photographer and videographer to these real estate agents about the real estate photography and videos that they do and actually showcase it through some sort of promo reel that we would put together, they would put together, and we would promote that to their ideal customers. And the goal is to introduce their services to these real estate agents that may not know about them, right? And so now when the real estate agent's like, oh, you know what? I just came across these people. I actually, looked into them. They're really good to hear. Check them out. Oh, I just saw an ad on Facebook here, and they'll tag each other even within the ads. Like, hey, do you need a photographer? And they'll tag each other. So it's a great way to for that real estate photographer to get more exposure is by leveraging Facebook and Instagram advertising. Google, there just isn't enough searches of people actually searching for their services. So you're competing uh, with other people, bigger photography companies and videography companies that will spend more on Google because they do more than just real estate, right? So when it's just real estate, it's very, very niche, and there just isn't enough search volume for that. All right. So Welcome to my 30-minute open office time. If you just joined, this is my 30-minute open office time where I answer your marketing questions. So if you have any marketing questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments and I will answer them for you. All right. So far we've talked about a wedding photographer who wanted to generate more clicks through Google and what they should really be doing. Talked about the olive oil company that's currently at markets and is looking to expand out to be more online. And we just spoke about the real estate photographer that was looking to generate more leads, and how they didn't have a good experience with Google and why uh, Facebook and Instagram is actually a better option for them. All right. So the next question, let me just make sure everything's still here functioning. I saw a little delay on my side. Boom. All right. Looks like we're still good here. Yes, yes, yes. All right. All right. So the next question is, will augmented and virtual reality fundamentally change social media engagement, or are they just temporary gimmicks in marketing strategies? Great question. That's not. I don't really know much about augmented and virtual reality. It's not a space that I, dive deep into at all. The virtual reality and augmented reality does pique my interest, though, especially when it comes to the Apple Vision Pro. Now, how is this going to impact social media? I don't think it's going to have much of an impact at this time. There just aren't enough headsets and that people are utilizing. There aren't enough people utilizing these headsets in order for social media to start to transition to augmented and virtual reality type stuff. So as of right now, I would probably say that I don't want to say that it's a gimmick. I do believe that in the future, as more people use headsets for their for computing, there's definitely going to be more of a augmented and virtual reality aspect to social media as well. Right? It's just a matter of time. It's all going to come together. Uh, yeah. So yeah, that's what I got on that one. Really. The next question that I got is, I just registered my business last week and I would like to begin marketing and getting my name out there. What are some of the most effective first steps in the marketing process for a small business to start with? Uh, Great question. So, one of the most effective first steps in marketing is going to be obviously having a good name, a good company name that's easy to remember, that people can say, people can type in when it comes to the website. And so, when it comes to the actual marketing of the business, if you're just getting started, the first thing I would say is definitely get some business cards and start networking. Right, that would be the very first step as far as trying to generate some business for a brand new business. What happens is a lot of business owners, they start a new business and all they want to do is do all this type of different type of marketing, but yet they have no money coming in, so they can't even spend any money on ads. They can't do much of anything. Then they don't know the technology in order to create things. So the very first step for marketing is going to be generating some new business by creating a business card, getting those business cards printed, and then getting out there into the community and area to hand out those business cards at networking events and different events where people can see you. And another great strategy is also to get some shirts printed. So get shirts printed with your business name on there and what the business does, not just the name, but what the business actually does as well, so that people will know what it is that you do. So that would be kind of the first step I would do when it comes to marketing. But when it comes to digital marketing, the very first thing I would say is get a website. Right. So make sure to get a website. It's something that you own, you control. Yeah. That's what I would say. So 1 week old. Wow. All right. Well, There's a lot to unpack there. There's so many ways that you can go as far as your first steps. But that will be what I would say is get that business card going, get out there into the community and start networking. All right. So, welcome to my 30-minute open office time. If you just joined me, this is my 30-minute open office time where I open up my virtual office to you to answer your marketing questions. So if you have any marketing questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. If you're watching this as a replay and you have marketing questions, also feel free to drop them in the comments. I will get notified and I will grab that question and I will make sure to answer it in my next live stream. That happens next Friday. So every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do this live stream where I answer your marketing questions. So make sure to mark your calendars if you're looking for free marketing consultations right here, right now, every Friday, 11 a.m. All right. So the next question I have says, I have been running an e-commerce store for over a year now, selling pet portraits, and I am looking to scale it up. My revenue is around $1,000 per month. So they've been running this business for a year and their revenue is only at $1,000 a month. And I want to double it within the next few months. I'm currently running one Instagram ad and I've tried Facebook ads, but spent heaps of money with very little results. I tried Google ads myself at one stage, but had no idea what I was doing. I recently spoke with a local digital marketing agency and they offered to set up and manage my Facebook ads for $3,000 per month and around $3,000 for ad spend. I don't know if this is worth it and if it will get me the results I am looking for. I'm looking for advice as to whether I should hire a marketing agency or find someone on Fiverr or Upwork that can help me reach my goal. Or perhaps it would be worth reaching out to other digital marketing agencies to see what they can offer. All right. So business has been around for a year. They sell pet portraits. I imagine likely probably dogs more than anything. And there's an agency that offered to do their marketing for $3,000 a month, when their current revenue is at $1,000 a month. So mathematically, I would definitely say no to doing that. Right. So as a remote chief marketing officer in my CMO program, these are the types of things clients bring to me. All right. So they're looking to grow, but now they've reached out to a marketing agency. The marketing agency wants to charge them $3,000 a month just for setting up and managing the campaigns. And then on top of that, they want $3,000 in ad spend. Doesn't say whether or not it's 3,000 a month or 3,000 total over the course of 3 months or whatever. But you'd be looking at least say $6,000 out of the gate if it's $3,000 a month plus $3,000 for ad spend, right? So $6,000, and you're currently only making $1,000. So I would totally say do not do that. That's definitely not worth it. Definitely talk to other agencies and see what else is out there. Fiverr and Upwork are great platforms as well. I would likely go more on Upwork. But the thing is, you need to know what it is that you are looking for, right? And so when it comes to a business owner trying to outsource marketing efforts to someone on Upwork or Fiverr or a freelancer, you have to know what it is that you actually want them to do and understand what it is that they're going to be doing for you. Because what happens is if you can't give clear direction on what it is that you want, you're not going to get what it is that you're asking for in return. And so you have to be careful with, hiring these freelancers. With marketing agencies, typically the marketing agency is going to have experience because that's what they do all day, every day. And they're going to be more established, right? So I would go and look at some other marketing agencies, maybe some smaller ones first to kind of talk to them and see what they would offer before trying to do it all yourself. Uh, and so they are doing pet portraits. They said they tried, they're running an Instagram ad, and I guess that's working because they didn't say it's not working, but they did say they tried Facebook and that's not working. which is strange, being that they both have very similar audience targeting capabilities. So all depends on how they have this set up. But I would definitely be running these ads on Facebook and Instagram. Google, they said they tried, it was just too confusing for them. On Google, I'd probably say that there aren't as many people searching there for, a pet photographer. And that's something more that you, someone comes across on a Facebook ad and sees it. They're like, "Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love to get a photograph with my pet, or I'd love to get portraits of my dogs." Um, and so that's where Facebook and Instagram, I think, would work really well for this person. But definitely not spending $6,000 on a marketing agency. That's definitely going to be overpromised and totally underdelivered. Uh, yeah. So that's a tough one there. So don't want to spend a whole bunch of money and get no results. I don't know what they charge for these pet portraits, but I would totally, $1,000 a month in revenue. You probably can't spend more than $500 a month when it comes to ad spend. Now, if you have, you know, a big budget that you have set aside specifically for this business, uh, then definitely, make an investment into it. I would just definitely vet them and make sure that they have the experience and the results for these types of pricings that they're talking about. All right. So this is my 30-minute open office time where I open up my virtual office to you to answer any of your marketing questions. So if you have any marketing questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments. If you are watching this as a replay, you can also drop your questions in the comments and I will answer them as soon as I see them in my next live stream. And so this live stream happens every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook and on YouTube. Uh, so whatever you prefer, you can check it out there. We're coming up to our 30 minutes. I do have one more question, I guess I'll answer. Yeah, it came on a couple minutes late, so I will answer one more question. Uh, It says, I tried to start a cleaning business back in the summertime and started putting up posters everywhere. I have at least 60 up at places with traffic in my area. I've been posting listings in Facebook groups, but have yet to get any response. Any idea other any ideas on other ways to advertise that I haven't thought of? So I don't know everything that you've thought of, but if and it doesn't say whether you're residential or commercial business. But if you are a commercial business, I would definitely say you should be networking and getting out to some local communities, join your chamber of commerce, network and get some people there. That should likely get you at least a couple people, get the ball rolling. Uh, and then as far as the posters go, I don't know what the posters say, what they look like. A lot of these posters and ads, it all comes down to what you say. And a lot of times you're like, oh, cleaning service, call me. No one's going to call you, right? You're just another cleaning service. So you have to make sure that whatever it is that you're putting out there stands out from the competition. You set yourself apart, and people have more of a reason to call you, right? Like if you're not 100%, happy with our services, you get your all your money back, right? Like offer that as a cleaning service company. You'll likely get some people that are going to be like, you know what, let's give them a shot. So got to look to that. So that's a couple things. When it comes to Facebook, advertising on Facebook is usually much better than posting in groups. Everybody posts in groups. And on groups, the one thing I would say is not about posting listings, but I would monitor the groups for when people are asking for cleaning companies, when people are asking for recommendations. And so that's where you want to be showing up within the Facebook groups, is when people are asking for cleaning services. Does anyone know a cleaning service? You got to hop in there. Hey, I own a cleaning service and we do da 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 da. I'd love to chat with you. I have a special offer for new clients, blah, blah, blah. Right. And get them on there. And so that's what I would do for this cleaning company and get the ball rolling. Uh, and again, if it's commercial, definitely do some networking and connect with some people within the local community and chamber of commerce, and they'll likely be able to introduce you to more people to get more business. So, All right. So we are at the end of my 30-minute open office time. So this happens every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I open up my virtual to you to answer any of your marketing questions. So if you do have any marketing questions, feel free to drop them in the comments of this video and I will answer them in the next live stream. Which will happen next Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook and on YouTube. So make sure to mark your calendars for that. Also, if you would like, I also have a weekly newsletter that drops every single week, where you will receive marketing tips and actions that you can implement into your business. So I'm dropping that link in the chat right now, so you can join the newsletter there. Uh, but this has been my 30-minute open office time, and this will happen again next Friday. So until next week, have a great weekend, and I will see you later. Peace.